Hello students, welcome to SRIRAM's IAS. This will be our third concept class. We have already taken concept classes on preamble, on the union and its territory, and this will be the third class on citizenship. So we'll be coming with these videos in order for you to learn those concepts for your upcoming prelims examination on 25th of May 2025. So I am Mayank Bharadwaj presenting this concept class of polity. So citizenship is a very important topic for you to understand when it comes to the civil service preparation. There have been controversies, not only today, but there have been controversies around citizenship during the debates of the Constituent Assembly. The debates related to citizenship were the lengthiest of the debates in the Constituent Assembly. Okay, and the 2019 Amendment Act to the Citizenship Act, which was passed, also tells about a great deal of controversy which is surrounding this particular topic. So it becomes very important for us because a question may asked either in mains or the prelims examination, and of course this is very important for prelims exam as well. India is a country of diversity, but still we have single citizenship. It's an important thing for us to remember. So what is this citizenship? Why to call somebody a citizen? Because citizenship, there are several entitlements which are given to you. There are several rights, fundamental rights automatically given to you, which are not given to the aliens or which are not given to the foreigners, such as you cannot be discriminated on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Prohibition of discrimination on these grounds. Along with it, you will not be discriminated in jobs, in government jobs, since the state is the model employer. The model employer must not discriminate the citizens on the basis of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, descent and other things. Similarly, cultural rights have been given, religious rights have been given, freedoms have been given, but not all of them have been given to the aliens. Not all the fundamental rights are extended to foreigners. Most of them are, but not all of them. So we are going to see the difference between the fundamental rights which are given to the foreigners and to citizens. So citizenship grants full civil and political protection to the citizens. Then the population is divided into citizen and aliens. These are very basic statements for you to understand. A foreigner can come and reside in India, but not necessarily enjoy all the fundamental rights given by the Constitution. Now, if we see specific, citizens have exclusive rights. Article 15, that there shall not be any kind of discrimination. Article 16, there shall not be any kind of discrimination in government job. There are grounds given: religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth. Article 19 gives 6 kind of freedom. Freedom to right to freedom of speech and expression, of movement, of settling, of forming associations, peaceful protest. All these are not extended to foreigners. They can be discriminated on the grounds, but Indians, the citizens, cannot be discriminated on these grounds, and that is the importance of citizenship. Then cultural right has been extended to Indian, 29 and 30 which are not extended to foreigners or aliens. So I hope you have understood the basis of why citizenship is really important to understand. Certain government offices are reserved for citizens, such as if you want to be the President of India, well, that's a nice job. The Prime Minister of India, the Vice President of India, all these, for getting elected to these offices you have to be the citizen of India first. There are other requirements also, that you should be eligible to fight for the elections of Lok Sabha. You must be above certain age. It is 25 years for Lok Sabha and the Legislative Assembly, 25 years, and 35 years for Rajya Sabha. If you want to become the president, you must cross the age of 35 years. But at the same time, it is very important to understand that only citizens of India can hold these constitutional posts, which are very important in the functioning of the country. Coming to next slide, let's see what's there. So constitutional provisions in part 2nd of the Constitution, from Article 5 to 11, several provisions are there for citizenship. Now these provisions only have to do with the citizenship at the commencement of the constitution. Commencement of the constitution, and the constitution commenced on 26th of January 1950. That simply means from article 5 to article 11, whatever is there because of which a person was declared as the citizen of India was on this date. Now after this date, because so many years, like 75 years have been passed, so the Constituent Assembly has left the work of giving citizenship or taking away of the citizenship to Parliament. That Parliament is going to pass a law, and that law is going to govern or regulate the citizenship matters in India. And that is the reason why Act of the Parliament was passed in 1955, the Citizenship Act of 1955. And there are provisions under this act. It has been amended several times. It has been amended in 1986, it has been amended in 2003, and recently in 2019. That is the reason it becomes very important. In 1986 because of the Assam Accord, in 2003 because it added the OCI card holders into it, Overseas Citizen of India, in 2019 to give fast track citizenship to persecuted minorities belonging to 6 communal groups, 6 religion from 3 neighboring countries of Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh. In order to understand article 5 to 11, it's very simple. People who were born in India were given Indian citizenship. Okay, they were born in India, they were domiciled in India, they were given citizenship. Now another set of people were the one who migrated from Pakistan to India. They also have to be given citizenship. Okay. Now, see, citizenship by birth or residence. We'll go one by one into the depth of these points. If you are born in India, it does not matter whether one or both of your parents are Indian citizens or not. If you are born in India, according to article number 5, you will be given Indian citizenship. So based on the territory of India. Residence, if you are living in India for about 5 years with the intention of becoming a citizen of India, again you will be given the citizenship domicile. Okay. Now article 6, what does it say? Citizenship for migrants from Pakistan. So anybody who is coming from Pakistan to India, if they come before the date of 19th of July 1948, they will be given automatic citizenship. They will be declared as Indians if they cross the Indian line, the LOC, if they cross that particular line before or on 19th of July 1948. Anybody who is coming after this date, they have to seek permission from the consulate in Pakistan, and the consulate, Indian consulate, must inquire that the person who is going to India wants citizenship, wants to live there forever, and then only such a permit is issued. So it is a very important date, you have to remember. Anybody coming before this date is given citizenship automatically. Somebody coming after this date has to obtain some sort of registration. Now coming to article number 7, citizens rule for those who migrated to Pakistan. So there were several people who migrated to Pakistan and then came back to India after several years. Sorry for my coughing, I am not well, so bear with me. So anybody who is coming to India after he has migrated to Pakistan previously, if some person has migrated to Pakistan before March of 1947, before that it was okay, but after this date, if somebody goes to Pakistan, they will not be considered as Indian citizen. This is another important date for you to remember. But again, if they went to Pakistan after this date and wants to come back to India, and if they come back before 19th of July 1948, they will be given citizenship automatically. And after 19th of July 1948, they have to obtain a registration from Indian consulate in Pakistan, and then only they will be given citizenship of India. Coming to article number 8, citizenship for Indians living abroad. So there will be several people who must have migrated to London, to UK, to US, to other countries in Europe and everywhere, in Southeast Asia, Japan and whatnot. They may have migrated to Gulf and they want to become Indian citizenship. So such people have to register themselves in the Indian consulate or the Indian High Commission in that particular country, and then only they will be eligible to get the citizenship of India. And whatever provisions we are watching here is only for the citizenship of India at the commencement of the constitution. After the commencement of the constitution, it is the parliament who is going to make a law to regulate the matters of citizenship, which parliament already did by passing the Citizenship Act of 1955. So any person who is living abroad and wants to become the citizen of India and registers himself in the Indian High Commission will become the citizen of India. Article number, there is no dual citizenship allowed. So if, let's say, person here who is living in abroad, let's say the person was living in London and he wants to become the citizen of India, they have to renounce their citizenship of the Great Britain, or for that matter US, they have to give away their citizenship of the US, and then only they can become the citizen of India, because dual citizenship is not allowed. You cannot be citizen of India and citizen of some other country at the same time. At least Indian law does not allow for this. Article number 10, citizenship continues unless revoked. That simply means that citizenship once given to you through all these means will continue, will not be revoked until and unless an act made by parliament deprives you of the citizenship because of the ground, logical and reasonable ground. Article 11, very important, parliament regulates citizenship law. Why? Because under article 246 schedule 7 there are 3 lists given, and among these 3 lists the citizenship is the part of the union list, and that is the reason only parliament looks after the citizenship of the country, make laws related to it, spend money if it has to make a NRC or has to bring in some provisions related with citizenship. It is only the central government who looks after it. It is only the parliament who makes rules for citizenship. It is not the state legislative assembly. You must remember this. So this is part number 2 of the constitution from article number 5 to 11. Now let's move to this modes of acquiring citizenship. What can be the modes of acquiring citizenship in India? Now all these modes have been provided by the Citizenship Amendment, the Citizenship Act, not amendment. This was the first time it was passed in 1955, and this was amended later on in 1986 and 2003 and 2019. But initially this particular piece of legislation was called as the Citizenship Act of 1955. It gave 5 important grounds on which you can acquire the Indian citizenship. First one is by birth. If you are born in India with Indian parents, you will be declared as Indian citizen. By descent, if you are born abroad with Indian parents, okay, and you want to become the Indian citizen, you can be, first you have to go to that particular country's Indian consulate, Indian High Commission, and register yourself there. Let's say for example somebody is living in New York and the couple gives birth to a child and they want that the child must be Indian citizen. Then they have to go to Indian High Commission in America and get themselves registered, get the child registered there, then only he can apply for the citizenship of India. By registration, so if some foreigner is there who is living in India for about 12 years, this is important, naturalization is for 12 years. If somebody who is living in India and has some ties with India, okay, some ancestral ties with India, can also apply for citizenship of India by registration. By registration, he has to prove some ancestral ties in India. We are talking about foreign national having ties in India. Okay, so he can become the, or she can become the citizen of India by registration. By naturalization, if you have spent 12 years in India with the single aim of becoming the citizen of India, then only you will be given citizenship of India. There have been instances where a person has lived for more than 20 years, for 25 years and was not given citizenship. Why? Because they were here on some business, they were here on some work. They never had the intention to become the citizen of India, and all of a sudden they want the citizenship of India. So Supreme Court has ruled again and again that if intention is not involved to become the citizen of India, they must not be given the citizenship of India. It does not matter for how many years they live here in India. So naturalization with the intention, if you spend 12 years as your residence in India, you can apply for citizenship. Then incorporation, if India tomorrow goes and acquires some foreign territory, all the people living in that territory, the parliament can declare all of them the citizen of India. Now this is something about citizenship and acquiring of citizenship. Now there should also be several provision related with renunciation, with termination of citizenship. So this is something which is suggested by the Citizenship Act of 1955, that there are 3 ways in which the citizenship can be lost. One is by renunciation. If voluntarily a person renounces Indian citizenship, that they does not wish to be Indian citizen anymore, the government will relieve them. They will not be the Indian citizen. Second is by termination. If a person goes and takes the citizenship of any other country, if US was giving you green card and after that they are giving you the citizenship of United States, and you are too enthusiastic to become the citizen of United States, and you take the United States citizenship, unfortunately, okay, then the Indian government will come into play and say that we also have some self-respect, and that is the reason why your citizenship is terminated. So there is no matter of self-respect here. It's the simple thing that if somebody takes the citizenship of some other country, because we have studied that dual citizenship is not allowed in India, that is the reason why the person's citizenship will be terminated automatically if the person takes the citizenship of any other country. Then third is by deprivation. That simply means by fraudulent means or by disloyal means, if you acquire Indian citizenship, the government can snatch away, can take away your citizenship, the Indian citizenship. That is the power which has been given to Parliament, to the Union, because citizenship is a matter of Article 246 Union list in 7th schedule. Important to understand for your prelims examination. There is only single citizenship in India which is allowed. Now to look at the conclusion, what is this citizenship all allowed? This was our concept class where we have studied that citizenship defines the rights and responsibilities. There are fundamental rights which are given. Some rights are only exclusive to citizens, they are not extended to foreigners. For example, foreigners can get article number 14, they can, equality before law and equal protection of law can be extended to foreigners also. Article number 20 and 21, these are important, related to the life and liberty of a person. Of course, they must be extended to foreigners. But to Indians, to citizens, all the rights are extended, all the fundamental rights. Along with it, there are several exclusive rights which are only given to Indians and not to the foreigners. Some of them are article number 15, prohibition of discrimination, article 16, prohibition of discrimination in the matter of employment, article number 19, where 6 important freedoms are enshrined in the constitution, article number 29 and 30, which is related to the protection of cultural and linguistic minorities in India. You must Understand that these are the exclusive rights which are given only to citizens and not to foreigners, and hence the citizenship issue becomes very important. Constitution provides for clear rules on citizenship, that the law will be made by Parliament and there must not be dual citizenship in India. Parliament has the power to amend citizenship law under Article 11. We have already seen this. And citizenship is crucial for the national identity and governance. Yes, of course, this is very important. So, thank you very much for joining me in this concept class. We will be coming up with a next concept class in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Jai Hind.